Right, there's only one team who can win the Champions League this season, and in my honest opinion, it can't be any other than... Hello, welcome back to Matt Talks Football, the home of the best footballing debating channel on YouTube. So if you guys like talking about football, discussing football, everything football, then hit the subscribe button down below. Help a brother out because my channel growth is incredibly slow at the moment. Not quite sure. Maybe it's because of the bang average content I keep producing. Maybe. Anyway, so today what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be going over the 8 teams that are left in the Champions League. I know tonight there's going to be a couple of teams knocked out of the Champions League. And I'm going to go over the 8 teams and see which team has the best chance of winning the Champions League. And then overall, I'll give you my one decisive winner. But if you guys want to let me know who you think will win the Champions League, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the subscribe button as well. Don't forget to do that. Right, let's start it off with Paris Saint-Germain. A part of me would love to see Paris win the Champions League with players like Mbappe Lottin, with players like Neymar, Keylor Navas. They've got some absolute world-class players in this squad. And see Mbappe win the World Cup and the Champions League in a couple of seasons would be freaking insane. He's one of the best players in the world, and Kylian Mbappe and PSG have got a fantastic chance for progressing against a team like Bayern Munich. They went into the first game 3-2 and they're going into the second leg tonight and they've got a massive chance. One thing I don't like about PSG is the way they're playing in the Champions League. That defensive counter-attacking football, I'm just not a fan. I hate it, I don't like it, I don't think it's entertaining, but it is effective. Mauricio Pochettino does a better job of Jose Mourinho than Jose Mourinho could do, and PSG were devastating on that counter, and they're most likely to qualify. Bayern Munich are so strong, they're so effective, and they're such a freaking unit, a typical German team. Can they win the Champions League? Absolutely. Will they overcome PSG? I don't know. Without Robert Lewandowski and with Choupo-Moting up front, I can't believe I'm saying this. Robert Lewandowski is the vital key unlocking any defence in Europe. And without that, they've got a Leroy Sané who's hit a little bit a dip in form. They've got Naby who's obviously playing really well at the moment. They've got Müller who's not prolific. And they've got Choupo-Moting. Have they got enough to overcome the deficit? I don't think they do. But if they do, they've got a great chance of winning the Champions League. Chelsea. I kid you not, if Chelsea fuck this up, they've only got themselves to blame. Going into a game against Porto with a 2-goal lead, surely Chelsea can't fuck this up. Because if they do, major questions have to be asked. This is arguably the easier route to the final. If they beat Porto, they've got either Liverpool or Real Madrid, and then they're in the final. This could be a great chance for Tuchel to prove his worth. And for Chelsea Football Club, who are playing some really good football at the moment, this is a great opportunity for them. Porto, in my head, I've written Porto off. No one really gave him a chance against Juventus, and he knocked out Juventus. They're now going into the game with 2 goals deficit. Can they overcome it? It's going to be a hard task. I can't see it myself. I don't think it's going to happen. But if Chelsea get a player sent off, we've seen what happened against West Brom where they just completely crumbled. It could potentially happen tonight. Porto have to be on their A game, and Chelsea need to have a nightmare. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does, this could be one of the biggest comebacks in Champions League history. Real Madrid. Wow, what can I say about them? I didn't give them a Scooby-Doo against Liverpool. I did not think with the injuries and the players that are missing going into that game, they had a chance. And what did they do? They show up. Of course they did. They've got so much Champions League history and experience with people like Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, Benzema. They've got such solid experience in that squad, and they had players playing out of positions, and Vinicius Jr. turned up on the day and was absolutely world class. They're likely to beat Liverpool with a 3-1 goal advantage, and if they do beat Liverpool, they could potentially be playing Chelsea, which they would arguably see themselves as favourite going into that game, and then they're in the final. They're in the final, and this could be a real chance for Real Madrid to win yet another Champions Bloody League. Liverpool. Well, I had all the confidence in the world going against Real Madrid. When we were drawn against Real Madrid, I thought to myself, this is not bad, boys. We've got a great chance of qualifying. And then we got completely outplayed by them. They absolutely decimated us, and we were lucky to come away with a 3-1 loss. They could have won 4-5, maybe 6-1. If this was the second leg in front of Anfield with all the fans, I do think Liverpool could overcome Real Madrid, but it's not. And Liverpool are not the same team they were last season. So I don't think Liverpool have got a chance of qualifying, unfortunately. Man City. Going into this quarterfinal of the Champions League, my favourites were Man City. On their day, they're unplayable. You cannot beat Man City when they have all cylinders firing. However, they seem to stutter. Every single season, they seem to stutter in the Champions League. And even against Dortmund, if that is a Premier League game, they win that game 3-0, 3-4-1. But they only come away with a 2-1 victory in the last few minutes. And Man City, I do think they'll overcome Dortmund and they will progress. But then they've got to meet PSG or Bayern Munich. And if they manage to beat them, they've got to face either like some team like Real Madrid, Liverpool or Chelsea. You know, this is a massive task for Man City, and I think their lack of European success could really cost them. But you can never rule Man City out. Dortmund, massive respect to Dortmund. They've got some of the best young talent in the world. Erling Haaland, massive fan. Jadon Sancho fan. Reina fan. Jude Bellingham. They've just got talent galore. This team, if they stay together in 5 years' time, could well win the Champions League. Can they do it now against a team like Man City at the moment on the form that they're producing? No. Man City have just rested half their squad in the weekend game against Leeds, so they've got a lot of fresh faces coming back into the game. And Dortmund are going to find this tough, and I don't think personally Dortmund have got enough to progress this tie. So out of the 4 teams who I think are going to progress, Real Madrid, Chelsea, PSG and Man City, who do I think are going to win the Champions League? Well, there's only one team and one team in mind. And I know I'm going to probably get a little bit of hate for this, and that is Real Madrid. The reason I'm saying this is because if they knock out Liverpool, they're in the semi-final against either Porto or Chelsea, which is most likely going to be Chelsea. Real Madrid are going to be going into that semi-final against Chelsea with some of their best players coming back into the squad, and they could potentially make it to the final. And then they've got such experience. Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Casemiro, Varane, Ramos, Courtois and Benzema. All this experience of Champions League success and history mixed in with some really talented players like Lucas Vazquez, Vinicius Jr. They've got some real good talent as well. And I think for me, Real Madrid are in a prime position where they've got the easiest route to the final. And then when they're in the final, you can never write off Real Madrid. I just feel like they've got something left in the tank. And I didn't feel like that before the Liverpool game, but I do now. They've proved themselves they can perform on the biggest stage of them all. And there's no bigger than a Champions League in club football. And Real Madrid, for me, are the team that are going to win the Champions League. But if you disagree, let me know in the comment section down below, and let me know why you think that team will win the Champions League. And yeah, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in another video.